I've gone to restaurants and told them about dietary restrictions, and I'll still have people that'll put like a cheese dressing in my salad, or there will be heavy cream in a soup that's supposed to be coconut based. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Paige for those of you guys who are new here, and for my subscribers, welcome back. It's always nice to come back and just chat with you guys and share what's been going on in our lives. But today I'm going to kind of put our travels and stuff like that on hold and talk about being vegan and give kind of like a vegan chit-chat session and just share some of my experiences with you guys and see if I could help in any way. A lot of people have reached out to me asking if I have any tips for going vegan or if I have any suggestions for transitioning, and also just sharing experiences like, have you ever had hair loss or got acne or lost your teeth, or like, have you ever eaten meat by accident, what happens to you, stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff I want to talk about in a series of videos. I'll try to share as much as I can today. So first I'm going to go to my story. So for anybody that's new here who's never watched like my vegan story video or doesn't know my experiences with medications like ADDERALL and addiction and stuff like that, I suggest going to those videos and watching them first before you watch this one, so you can kind of be updated on where I'm coming from with this topic. Not that I'm like a pro on anything, just so that anybody who's new here trying to get information, that you'll have like a bigger perspective on my story. So those links will be in the video and also in the description. Now going back to the chit chat, most of you guys know that I've been vegan for 6 years and that I've been meat free for like 10. I never really liked red meat that much. I always had trouble chewing it. Like, it just felt like it took forever to chew. And I never was big on bacon. I didn't grow up in a house that ate a lot of bacon. We never had ham on holidays because my family's Jewish. Even though I'm 50% Irish, English, and Native American, my mother and father were both raised Jewish, so we just never had ham or bacon in the house. So I didn't have an issue giving that up whatsoever. I also just never really ate that much steak or anything like that. It was rare. Rare. For me, it was really easy to give that stuff up, and I gave it up because I was not doing it for animal rights. I was doing it for health reasons, because I wanted to overcome fatigue as much as possible. I was extremely fatigued in my early 20s and I was very unhealthy, and it sounded like giving up red meat would help get rid of that. You guys will hear more about that in my story video. But giving up red meat was very easy for me, and I did notice a big change right away when I just stopped eating it altogether. Then I eventually gave up chicken within a couple months, and I tried to bring it back into my diet at one point just because I wasn't super strict. It wasn't like it was a lifestyle yet. I just ate it because it was at like a family party and I didn't want to be rude. So I had some chicken with like the rest of my vegetables and mashed potatoes or whatever, and the food combining and having chicken after not having it for a long time made me so sick that I was curled over and I thought I might have to go to the hospital. So I basically just said no more chicken after that. And then I think a couple years passed and I was just basically a vegetarian. I was still having a lot of Greek yogurt and cheese and stuff like that. But I suffered a lot of acne and I had a lot of like face inflammation. And I came across a blogger named Freely, who most of you guys might know if you're vegan or exploring the vegan world. Freely is a big vegan in the community, and she just inspired me so much to go fully vegan. She was really awesome and extremely supportive, and she just suggested it might be good for me with the acne and stuff that I was dealing with and the little weight I was trying to lose. So I followed through and I tried it out, and I said I'm gonna give up my vegetarian lifestyle and go fully vegan. And it just was super easy. So from what you guys could see right away, I did not transition like within a day. I transitioned over a couple of years because it wasn't like vegan was this huge popular trending thing like 10 years ago that was like all over the internet. Like Facebook was barely even a big thing back then. So for me, it was kind of like I just explored this world myself and discovered this diet on my own, and it just kind of came into be. Like, if there were popular vegans like there are now all over YouTube and MySpace and Facebook and Instagram like 10 years ago, if that stuff existed back then, I'd probably try to go cold turkey and do it the way that other people are doing it. But I did it over a long term, and I think that made it very easy for me. So I can imagine that for some people it might be difficult to transition, but also with so many supportive role models out there that give so many different diets and alternatives, it could be easy too if you just follow the alternatives and you have like some money to pay for the foods. It's pretty easy to do it cheap. A lot of people say, isn't vegan very expensive? I guess if you shop at Whole Foods and little health food grocery stores that only have organic stuff, those places tend to mark things up like crazy. But even Whole Foods is coming down on its pricing, especially since Amazon bought them. So I've read that Amazon already has lowered a lot of the pricing of Whole Foods, and they plan to lower it even more. And with the online delivery method, you could usually get things from Amazon Fresh and other things like Instacart at a pretty low, reasonable rate. I personally like Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is very affordable, so I could get like enough food for a week plus for maybe like $120, and that's for me and my fiance. And now with that, we usually throw in some protein shakes mixes. I have this paleo one that's vegan that I've been using, and I also like Vega, which is really good too. And then we just make regular meals, and it's just super easy. I've never dealt with my hair falling out, and I've never had issues with my teeth. In fact, I went to the dentist last year to get my teeth cleaned, and I was terrified that I was gonna have like to get my wisdom teeth ripped out, that I had cavities and stuff. And knock wood, I had not one cavity. Naturally, I have pretty strong teeth, and mixing with a vegan diet has made it better. I used to have a lot of cavities when I was younger. I guess I had a lot more sugar, so I don't really have that as much anymore. Whatever it is, the dentist was very impressed, which made me feel really good. So another question I get is, what happens if you slip up and you eat meat? Or do you ever crave meat? So first I'll say, I don't ever crave meat. Never. I never crave meat. Whenever I'm at a party, I'm not like oohing and ahhing over a barbecue or something. Sometimes like the smell will give me like nostalgic memories, like I'll remember things like, you know, growing up, but it's really like also I know that that's burning flesh on a grill, and it doesn't really like attract me at all. So I enjoy my like modifications in my diet. I like veggie burgers. I really like black bean burgers. I like veggie nuggets. I like all that kind of stuff. When I'm at a party when people are gonna be eating like junk food, I usually bring my own vegan junk with me. So I'll have like chips and hummus or chips and vegan cheese. I'll also make like veggie burgers and eat it in a sandwich. I like to just kind of eat what other people are eating, but my own version of it. So I'm not going to go to a party where everybody's having a barbecue and bring like vegan sushi rolls and some sort of like raw salad. I'll just bring something that's more related to a barbecue style like meal. And then it usually looks better than everything everyone else is eating, and I know it's healthier too. So I feel good about that as well. So I'm never really like craving meats at all. And have I slipped up? There have been a bunch of times, I'm not going to lie, over the last 10 years where I've stated that I need to eat vegan, and I've gone to restaurants and told them about dietary restrictions. I've said I have allergies because sometimes they don't listen, and I'll still have people that'll put like a cheese dressing in my like salad, or they'll put cheese in my meal somehow, or there will be heavy cream in a soup that's supposed to be coconut based, and I get sick. So that's the only thing that happens, is I get sick and then I go right back to being vegan right after that. So it happens by accident, and it's just unfortunate when it does, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I've also had meat by accident a couple years ago. I went to a Fridays, I think, and I asked for a veggie burger, and they brought everybody that had, there were people that asked for turkey burgers and stuff at the table, and they brought everybody turkey burgers, including me and Keith. So we thought they were veggie burgers, but as soon as we took the first bite, we knew something was different. So we complained and said, I think that this is actually a turkey burger, and they took it back and they were like, yeah, it is, and they gave us our meal for free. That was the only time I've had meat in like the last 10 years, that one time. I've not had chicken, I've not had fish, I just have been completely vegan. And then the only thing that slips up is occasionally somebody put milk in something that's not supposed to be in, or eggs, but I try to avoid it as much as possible because I just don't like the way it makes me feel. So that's basically it for my, my chit chat of the day. I think it's pretty easy to go vegan with the alternatives that are out there. I suggest going to a Trader Joe's or even shopping online with Amazon grocery delivery. And if you have a Walmart near you, most Walmarts, even in the middle of nowhere, have a lot of healthy organic options. So you don't have to go crazy trying to be vegan. Just be smart and take your time. If you're going to a grocery store that's not like in Southern California with tons of vegan options, you just might have to take a little bit more time to look. But there are vegan options. And I've been places in the middle of nowhere and I've found so many things. So if you get the staples like vegetables and beans, and you get like things like quinoa, you can easily make all kinds of delicious meals, just cooking things like onions and mixing it in with some beans and peppers and stuff like that. I also like ordering online certain things like paleo wraps. They're really good. They're made from coconut. And what else do I like? I like nutritional yeast. It's like an addition that you could add to stuff like soups, and you can make vegan cheese out of it. It just tastes delicious, and it's actually really good for you, and it has B12 in it. So yeah, so as long as you're prepared, it should be pretty easy. So that's it for my first vegan chit chat video. I plan to do more of these, so I need some questions from you guys. So if you guys want to leave me any questions or share any like of your thoughts in the comments below, I'll reflect upon it in another video. I would love to talk more about going vegan and my experiences, and even bring Keith in, who's also been a vegan for the whole time that I've been. So if you guys have any questions for us, feel free to leave it in a comment below. We would love to hear from you guys. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!